As we have in many other lessons, we're going to use decimals as replacement values, and we're going to evaluate expressions. I think the difference between this one and the most recent time we've done this is that I think we're going to be dealing with more positives and negatives. All right, let's take a look at a few. And I've got my calculator handy, and that will speed up things and make my work a little more efficient. Number one, we're supposed to evaluate xy. Well, xy, of course, means x times y. So I've got 3 times negative 0.7. Now, I know that a positive times a negative is going to give me a negative. So I'm not going to even mess with the negative sign in my calculator. I'm just going to multiply 3 times 0.7. And I get 2.1. I've already got the negative sign from the positive times negative. So I've got the product. All right, the next one, I'm going to evaluate x times z minus y. So the product x is 8 times z, which is 2.3, minus, and the value of y is negative 0.2. Make sure that the minus that is part of the expression is written down, and the negative that is the value is also written down. Now, what would Aunt Sally say to do? She would tell you to do product before you do subtraction. So I'll multiply these, 8 times 2.3, and I get 18.4 minus negative 0.2. Now, although I don't do keep, change much anymore, when I have 2 consecutive negatives like this, it's the only time I do add the opposite. That's the only time I do that. So now I have an addition problem. They're both positive. When I add those, I'm going to get 18.6, and it is positive. The last two problems, it says determine whether the given value is a solution. So it is a solution if, when you put it in the place, when you replace it for x, you get a true statement. So let's see what we get. We have 0.5x is equal to 1.78. So 0.5 times 3.3, is that, question mark, equal to 1.78? So I need to simplify on the left. So 0.5 times 3.3, and I get 1.65. And on the right, I have 1.78, and those are not the same. So it's a no. It is not a solution. All right, I have one more. Excuse me. I have 1.4x is equal to negative 14. And the number I'm supposed to replace for x is negative 10. So 1.4 times negative 10. Is that equal to, because it's a question, 14? Well, on the left, I have negative times positive gives me negative. Multiply them for 14 or 14.0. And over here, I have negative 14. So this time, it's yes. So something is a solution if, when it is replaced for the variable, it makes a true statement. All right, so that should be very familiar. We've done that process many times before.